Okay, so we're going to start. I want you to find where 50 degrees east and 30 degrees north intersect on page 80. Tell me where it intersects.
Wait, where what?
In Saudi Arabia.
Where 50 degrees east and 30 degrees north intersect. Put your finger on it.
Right here.
Put your finger on the map.
It's like almost touching the Gulf.
Put your finger on the map. Your fingers are not on the map. Andrew, find it. Grant, find it. 30 degrees north, 50 degrees east. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not touching the actual.
So where does it intersect at?
Yeah.
The ocean, right? It's water. But it's very close to what country? Iran, okay? So that's where we're going to start our map. Hey, I need you to cut down the talking, okay? Because I want us to get as far as we can right now. So we're going to start with Iran. Keep in mind, we have a lot of countries to span here. So the shape of the country does not have to be perfect. But we're going to attempt to draw Iran right here.
Oh, wait, right there.
And we're going to label it.
Don't say my ISS is late.
What? ISS.
Okay.
What did you do?
So that is our starting point. We're going to work to the east side of our map first. So flip on over to page 86 and 87.
Wait, is it not called Iran?
What?
No, the correct is Iran. That's the Texas Hick version. Georgia.
In New Mexico too.
It's Iran.
Iran?
Okay, next country is Pakistan. Oh, geez, why is that moving? Pakistan.
Wait, I have no. That doesn't look right.
Pakistan is the country in green. Page 86 and 87. The next one is going to be wedged in between Pakistan and Iran. Okay?
What page did you say to go to?
86 and 87.
Oh, there it is.
Afghanistan.
I think Mr. Brown was
Stuck in
there.
my head.
Okay, next we're going India.
Oh, I knew it.
Really?
Yes, it has a weird arm thing like this. Boop.
Weird arm thing. Weird arm.
Don't forget, Nepal is still there.
Yes, Nepal is there, so that's what we are going to label. This is Nepal. This arm is around a country. It hugs Bangladesh.
Oh, that is Bangladesh.
Yes, Bangladesh. And then Bhutan is the little green one. That's about right there.
I'm behind.
Oh, have we been late?
We forgot Sri Lanka. That island right there. Okay, we're turning back to page 80 in our atlas, and so we're going back to the Arabian Peninsula. Okay? I say we start with the big country, Saudi Arabia. Okay? Kuwait and Iraq, like we're going to just start with the Persian Gulf, okay? And it goes about like that. It does look like a finger.
Like a pointer finger.
Uh,
Bird with like a deformed beak.
Oh wait, we're drawing like the Gulf?
We are drawing the whole world.
yeah. Like, not the Gulf. Well, I guess that's kind of the Gulf right there. So I just drew the peninsula. Okay, we're going to go back in and draw.
Oh, our map is way bigger than
We're going to go back in and draw the countries. Okay?
Mine looks bad.
So if you see at the bottom of that peninsula, you have Yemen and Oman. Yemen and Oman.
But you don't get a say.
So wait, yeah.
You didn't get a say in what Riley got.
Yemen.
But you clicked it.
Look at your map on your atlas. If you can't read my map, that's fine, but look at your map. That's why you have it in front of you, okay? So we're just looking at the Arabian Peninsula. You have the UAE on this corner right here. I'm going to label it out in the ocean. It's the United Arab Emirates. What are they famous for besides an airline?
United what?
United Arab
Emirates.
Emirates.
If you don't know how to spell it, look at your map.
Emirates.
What city is in the UAE? That everybody knows. What? Dubai. Dubai is in the UAE. Very rich country. Why is it rich?
Oil.
Oil.
Yes.
It's rich because of oil. Okay. Dubai has the tallest city in the world, or the tallest skyscraper in the world.
Yeah,
Okay.
the super duper
The
tall.
really tall one.
Yeah.
What is it called again?
Okay. United Arab Emirates.
No, the tallest.
Oh, I have no idea.
I used to remember.
Okay, let's do this big one is Saudi Arabia, so label it.
Saudi Arabia.
Yes, Saudi Arabia. And we need to do the smaller ones in here. I'm zooming in, but there are 3, I guess, nope, just 2. We have the UAE right there. And then we have Qatar or Qatar right there. Qatar. And then the little bitty tiny pink one right there is Bahrain. B-A-H Rain. It is.
They don't have a big population.
No.
All brass instruments know how to play.
Say what? I can't see.
Bahrain. Look at your map if you don't know how to spell it. Find it on your map. Let's go with Egypt. So find Egypt on page 63. What color is Egypt?
Purple.
Purple. Okay, it's purple. It is going to touch. Oh, that was weird. It's going to touch Saudi Arabia. Do you see that little like triangle that's kind of there in the middle? Yeah. Okay, that is part of Egypt. I don't know why it's not purple, but it needs to be a little bit purple. Okay, it has a weird little arm right here. Okay, and then that line that runs across, that is actually Egypt. So this is actually boop right there. Kind of. Saudi Arabia should actually be a little bit higher, but oh well. Hey, I'm going to move my Saudi Arabia line up right there. And erase this line. Oop. Well, maybe. So that's going to make Egypt. Woo! Wow, thank you for the singing, but you're not that great. You're not that great.
I'm also a music theory too, which does singing. That's why
Okay, this is Egypt.
that's not Egypt.
I know, but it's a little ugly, but it's okay.
Hey, it's just like me.
You're so silly. My map is gonna get squished. Oh well. Okay, what touches Egypt? Libya. Whoever said it was right. Libya. Libya is orange. It comes down a little bit off of Egypt and about like that.
Did you say Bolivia?
Libya.
Libya?
Libya.
I've just said
Libya.
I have a record and you've probably never seen
What's that song where it's like?
Hey, do you remember our conversation that we had literally 3 minutes ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's fix it. What touches Libya? Algeria. Algeria.
I don't think I have enough room for that.
It's okay, squeeze it. Algeria. Tunisia is the green one that kind of sits on top of Libya like that. And then Morocco comes off of Algeria like that.
What is it called?
Tunisia.
Doesn't it?
This is Morocco.
Have you ever seen a single record?
Oop.
No, it's weird.
You can see it a little bit better. That's why I'm zooming in. This might get a little bit off here because I think I didn't draw Saudi Arabia right, but it's a little bit north of our line now. We need to draw Iraq and Kuwait. Kuwait is the little bitty green one wedged in. It goes about right there.
Are these all first world countries, third world countries?
No.
Most of them.
Some of them are NICs, which is what you would call maybe second world, newly industrialized countries. We'll be talking about that actually next week. Okay, so Kuwait is that little bitty green one, and Iraq is the orange one in between Iran and Saudi Arabia.
So I'm going back to the page 80 thing.
Yeah, my Iraq is a little bit weird, but it's okay.
My Iraq. Where's my Iraq?
How do you write a key?
Jordan is next. Yeah, that's not really how Jordan looks, but it's okay. Jordan. Israel is right there.
Israel? I don't have room.
You're in the middle of your paper. How do you not have room?
No, it's like the way I shaped Saudi Arabia and Syria doesn't give me any room. Syria.
Well, my Iraq doesn't look like Iraq either, but it's touching the right people. This is Israel. Okay, y'all are about to drive me nuts. Lebanon is what color? Yeah.
Wait, what?
It's yellow.
It's yellow, thank you. Lebanon.
Is that how small Israel is?
Yes.
That's tiny.
Syria is squished as well.
That's Syria.
Syria. And then the last one we have is Turkey.
Yeah. I love
Turkey.
I would eat turkey any day.
We also need to add in Cyprus. Cyprus is an island. That's an island that we need. Cyprus. Cyprus.
Can I?
You are going to need brown, yellow, blue, and orange for your colors.
Oh wait, no, we never got colors.
Brown, yellow, blue, and orange. Brown for our mountains.
Sharpen these again.
With mountains. So grab your brown. You should be on page 84 and 85. We are looking for the Hindu Kush mountain range. Why don't you check out page 84 and tell me where the Hindu Kush mountain range is?
I shall catch it for everybody.
So which one?
The Hindu Kush mountain range.
Hindu Kush, the mountain. Oh, it's right next to like where the Himalayas are.
Yeah, right next to the Himalayas, okay?
Afghanistan.
What country? Yes, Afghanistan, okay? So it borders Afghanistan and Pakistan. This is the Hindu Kush mountain range.
I cannot find it.
The Hindu Kush mountain range. The next one, we have the Zagros mountain range. It is in Iran. So find Iran. The Zagros goes along this border over here. The Zagros, Z-A-G-R-O-S.
There's a lot more mountains than I thought there would be.
Uh-huh. The Himalayas, where are the Himalayas? You know where the Himalayas are.
It's in India.
It's in India, right? Across through Nepal as well. Himalayas. The Himalayas.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The Western and Eastern Ghats. I want you to look at India. Find the point of India and look on the West Coast and the East Coast. You see the Western Ghats and the Eastern Ghats on your map on
yes, I
page
No.
84. Do you see that on page 84?
Yes.
Yes. So that's a higher elevation, the Western Ghats and the Eastern Ghats, okay? Yeah, great. Okay, that's where we're going. Yeah, yes, it's higher elevation. Not quite mountain ranges like the Himalayas, but still elevated. Western Ghats, G-H-A-T-S. And the Eastern Ghats on the other side.
That is one.
G-H-A-T-S.
That's a weird word to you. I've heard weirder words.
What about flatter?
Okay.
Yes, I've heard that one.
The last one we have is over in Africa.
I just need to keep like a piano.
Morocco, Algeria, and Tunisia. The Atlas Mountains.
Where?
Near Morocco.
Morocco, Algeria, and Tunisia. ATLAS, just like the atlas that you're looking in right now.
Atlas.
That's our mountain ranges. Desert. We're starting with the Syrian desert, so find your Syria. Mine is kind of turned a weird way, but Syrian desert is going to be about right here. Syrian desert. I don't have room for... Oh, that really doesn't touch the coast. No, that's okay. You don't have to.
Could we just color it yellow?
On a map quiz, Why don't you write it in pencil and shade it in yellow? Because on a map quiz, it's going to ask you, it will ask you the specific name of whatever thing it is. So if you just know that it's a desert, but you don't know it's a Syrian desert, what if the question's asking you about the Syrian desert? You know what I mean? So when I finish this, I'll send it to you. Okay. All right. The next desert we have is it's called the Rub al Khali. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but why don't you check out Saudi Arabia on page 84. Do you see it?
No.
Look towards the southern part. Actually, it says empty quarter. That's the same thing.
Can we just put in? Okay. I saw it right.
That.
What's it called?
Rub
Rub al Khali. Yes, we are definitely not saying that right, but it's okay.
I don't know what I'm doing anymore. You know what? I need to stop drawing in photos. Oh my god, I am ruining my life. No.
The next one is the Thar Desert, Thar, over here on the border between India and Pakistan. Thar. Yeah. I'm not sure.
Why don't they just call it the Pakistan Desert, the Indian Desert,
Exactly.
the Saudi Arabia Desert? Like,
But that's a different name.
Forgot.
All right.
The world is complicated.
And then lastly, we have our biggest desert where? The Sahara.
Sahara Desert.
Sahara?
It's Sahara.
isn't it in
Sarah Desert.
Samara?
Sarah's Desert.
Oh, that's a huge desert.
It is very big.
I am.
Color first, Jesse. Not red.
Oh, jeez.
I just hear light tapping in the background.
Yeah, it's not. It's coming from that. I don't understand how to attach something. I was just kind of like nice. No.
Let's start big with ocean. What ocean do we have to label?
Red Sea.
Oh, yeah.
The Indian, thank you.
Indian Ocean.
The Indian Ocean. Let's go while we're over here. We have the Arabian Sea. The Arabian Sea is in between India and the Arabian Peninsula, right there.
So where does the Arabian Sea start? And, like,
I
where does
don't
it end
know.
and go into the Indian Ocean?
Don't know the answer to that. And this is the Persian Gulf in here.
That's a type of cat.
Okay. The Red Sea is on the other side of Saudi Arabia.
Finally, my question was answered.
The Red Sea.
I like how we're labeling the Red Sea but coloring it blue.
And our last sea that we have is the Mediterranean Sea.
The what?
The Mediterranean.
Oh, Mediterranean.
Is there any like lakes that are labeled as sea?
I mean, so wouldn't the Pacific Ocean out here is being referred to this?
All right, rivers. We need to do some rivers. The first river that we are going to do is going to be very small. I want you to watch where I do this. This is the Jordan River. The Jordan River is super small. Super small. It goes between Jordan and Israel
Did I forget to label?
to Syria. Okay, it's gonna look very small on your map. Mine's very zoomed in, but make sure that you label that. That's the Jordan
I cannot write that term.
How far does
River.
Does it go into the Mediterranean Sea?
I gotta feel like
No.
I'm wrong right now here.
Does it just stay there? It's just a line.
There's two small little lake sea things.
I can't even read the label that I made. It's so tiny.
Next one is the Nile. Where's the Nile?
The Nile's in Africa,
Yes, what part?
and it's the only river that
What
flows.
country's the Nile in? Egypt. Thank you, Daniel.
Isn't it the only one that flows the other direction compared to the other ones flowing?
Isn't that the no?
Oh yeah, I need to label that.
Yeah, it's not so like the Nile River is
The Nile. All right, the Tigris and Euphrates River. This is gonna look a little weird. It flows through Iraq and they split off. So there's two of them here.
oh, it goes through Iraq and Turkey.
Yes, through Syria and Turkey. Actually, this is gonna go through that way too. So there's two here. The Euphrates and the Tigris were, you'll learn about this in world history, but it's an ancient river valley, okay? So people look around, that's all desert area, right? So people settled here first a long time ago because they were able to grow things, okay? The soil was good, they were able to plant crops, and so people stayed really in between these two rivers, okay? So the one on the left or to the west is the Euphrates, the one on the right is the Tigris. It's easy for me to remember them because they're in alphabetical order. The E is on the left, the T is on the right side. That's how I remember it, okay? So let me label these EUPHRATES.
Right? Euphrates?
Euphrates. And the one on the right is the Tigris, Tigris. Maybe I should have wrote that the other way.
What time is the football?
Let me write this the other way.
So Euphrates and Tigris.
Yes,
What time does the football game end?
Probably around 10.
Tigris. Okay, next one we have is the Indus River. This was also a civilization river, I guess you could call it. It goes through Pakistan.
Yes, the water is alive.
This is the Indus, Indus.
The Indus Valley civilization.
Yes.
I don't know.
And the last one is the Ganges.
I love crest. Crest.
He's my dad.
Jackson.
Jackson's also my dad. Yes, I can.
What's it called?
The Ganges. The last thing we have is the Arabian Peninsula. What's a peninsula? What, Nico?
It's
Yeah, it's surrounded by water. So 3 sides are surrounded by water. Okay, there are a few of them, but we're only going to label the Arabian Peninsula. I think I've called it that already. So all of this is the Arabian Peninsula. I'm going to shade that in. If you want to shade it in, please please do. Ooh.
I don't understand. If it's named the Arabian Peninsula, why can't the rule all
if an island is surrounded by water on all 4 sides, and a peninsula is surrounded by water on all 3 sides, what do you call something that's surrounded by water on 2 sides?
A coast.
Yep.
What do you call it when it's surrounded by all land.
Landlocked.
See, she's
Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Well, you're
All right, there you have it.
trying to freaking landlock. You're
What is